Chief, a lot has happened this week. First of all, I have a question that you can't answer. Do you know who Fort Wayne is named after? I found out, a lady told me that last week, I couldn't believe it. I said, who is Fort Wayne named after? And she said, John Wayne.
That's interesting.
She said John Wayne.
John Wayne?
Yeah.
Well, I won't even go there with it. How many times did John Wayne say squall in a movie?
Some of the things that you were touching on also, and this is right there. I mean, I've read this in different places. Can you imagine President Barack Obama reaching over in Afghanistan and grabbing some top generals and saying, what I want you to do is go over there, kill all the people, and destroy the land. And that's specifically what George Washington did on numerous occasions. And even James Madison, the fifth president, and I read that he ordered General Harrison, William Henry Harrison, to come here and do that. And I just find it so interesting that they had such specific orders on the importance of killing people and removing them from this land. And when you start reading history and then you start speaking with different ethnic groups, people from around the world, what have you, some feel that when great battles have taken place someplace, that there's a spiritual residue left over there. And I looked everywhere and I couldn't find where a legacy had been written of Kikianga or after Little Turtle after the wars. I would think that legacy would be something to the extent, not trying to put you on the spot here, but let me share this with you. When you look back in Fort Wayne history, early history, you see that the very best of America's military came up against the very best of the Native American history, and they fought to almost a standstill. And when you have something like that happen time and time again, there is something I would feel spiritually within all of us, if only we knew the history here and why America had to have this land. Any accuracy in that?
I don't know why America had to have this land. Greed, I guess. I don't know.
Well, access
I know,
to...
yeah, I guess. I don't know what the whole ploy was on it. I know why we wanted to fight to keep it, because this is our home. I mean, wouldn't we all do that? So, that's a no-brainer there.
But when you read the books, history books, that probably won't be rewritten anytime soon, when it referred to Native Americans as savages. And I would ask a lot of people that, can they imagine their home being invaded, and let's say the husband and wife and children are there, and the husband will go into another zone in protecting his people. And that's our animalistic instinct to fight to protect what's ours. But the name savage stuck.
Well, several names have stuck. Savage has stuck, and we've still got, mascots here in the state of Indiana. I think we've got squaws used a couple of times. We've got redskins right down here in downtown. I've even was approached by Fort Wayne Channel 15 News. There's a lot of things that history's done to demean the Native American people in general, not just the Miamis. What we choose to fight and try to correct, we have to pick our battles. We have to pick the ones we know we can win. Because just because it's immorally incorrect doesn't mean we're going to win. And I learned that from this Northside situation, the Redskin situation. I know they came to me and asked me what I thought about the name Redskin, and I'll tell you, it's a derogatory name, and I'll say it again. I also had another 20-minute interview. Well, what's the tribe going to do about it? Well, that's the name of that school has been 80 years old. That name's been there. Now, right now, we've got more important things with our people, and we are so dispersed in our own diversity within our own people. We still have that problem going on. It's not bad, but it's a diversity. We're not going to choose that fight. That school was named that a long time ago. I don't like it. I'm sure there's a lot of Native Americans that don't like it, but that's not a fight that we choose to go after right now. And when you tell people why, well, do you want to be called blackskins? Do you want to be called yellowskins? No, it's not right. So when will the morality of society come to the level of saying it's not right? Let them fix it on their own. We put it out there. They already know how we feel about it. But I'm not going to fight them on it.
know, and see, that's where we need that independent entity
Right.
to come in that enjoys fighting, like we do here, because, but seriously,
You're good at that, Eric.
but that's where the commonality lies among the different groups, because different groups are so focused on other things that are more important to them, and you let these other things, these marginal issues, kind of just, you know, just stay there, and you know, you find that you don't have any, there's no reinforcing movement to second what you're trying to do. I mean, because like I said before, pretty soon the schools won't be teaching this stuff, and this is going to go strictly into what you're passing down and just legends. Chief, you know, that's one of the reasons why I want to have this meeting here today, because I think the world is changing. We have an African-American president. I mean, he's putting handcuffs on him right now, and a lot of things he can't get done. But I think that he can still get things done. But my question is this. I would still say that a city like Fort Wayne, with the different ethnic groups that we have here, that this can be such a nucleus for change, because this is not like a Chicago or New York where you've got to walk a long ways to talk to other ethnic groups. We're all right here together in the same geographic area, and I would think that just like we have people from around the country here right now, that there would be a strong advantage to having a common front in addressing injustices, because parts of your story sounds just like the lady from Darfur.
Absolutely.
You know, and other groups, the Burmese guy couldn't be here today, but it's the same thing going on there. You can just sit back here, and it's almost like you know the lines before they're even spoken.
I think the biggest thing that's kept our people together is lines of communication. How our forefathers and ancestors did it, I don't know. I know that with the way today is with technology and cell phones and the whole computer thing, we have not a problem keeping in touch with each other. But that's some of the things that I hope that we can learn and continue to build on, and maybe some folks from other countries can do that. Your line of communication, if you can stick together, whether it be through heart or telegraph, that's the way to build on. And you're going to power in numbers, and the power through your heart is the only thing that's going to keep your people together.
Well, Chief, thank you very much.
Thank you. I was wondering if I got some young people that would like to share a song. Is that something at the end with prayer?
And I've got she's a young person too. I want to share a song too. Absolutely, because I was going to ask you about the drum here.
Well, we wanted to share what they call, you know, kind of an NJ song that was written by some of our elder drummers on behalf of a drummer who's passed, and it's just one of the things. So, you guys want to come up? Way hi-ya-ho,